It measures the strength of a respondent's opinion. That is all about Goodman scaling. The next type of rating scale that I will discuss is Goodman scaling, that are used to determine how strongly someone to support or disapprove a certain opinion. Goodman scaling is also known as scalegram analysis or cumulative scaling. To make sure you understand the basic on Goodman scaling, I am going to share to you a few examples. In other words, it determines how much a positive or negative attitude towards the topic does a learner have. The Goodman scale is consist of dichotomous questions, or generally referred to as yes or no question. As you observe in the example, the statements are arranged in an ordinal manner, from minimum important statement to maximum important statement. What is Goodman scaling?
Next, we have the rating scale. Rating scales is a set of categories designed to elicit information about a quantitative attribute in social science. It is used in assessing the performance tasks, skill levels, procedures, processes, qualities, quantities, or end products such as reports, drawings, and projects. It also allows teachers to indicate the degree of frequency of the behaviors, skills, and strategies displayed by the learner. This basic feature of any kinds of rating scale is that it consists of a number of categories. What is the purpose of rating scale in teaching and assessment? Number 1. Rating scales help students understand the learning target or outcomes and to focus students' attention on performance. Number 2. Completed rating scales give specified feedback to students as far as their strengths and weaknesses with respect to the target to which they are measured. Number 3. Students not only learn the standards but also may internalize the set of standards. Number 4. Rating helps to show each student growth and progress. There are 3 kinds of rating scales. These are semantic differential scales, Thurstone scales, Likert scales, and Gottman scaling. In this example, 0 is labeled as neutral, 1 is labeled as slightly, 2 is quite, and 3 is extremely. For instance, number 3 is close to the word good. It means it's extremely good reaction. Same as 3 close to bad would mean extremely bad reaction. Semantic differential scale measures 2 things, which is directionally of reaction, good versus bad, and intensity, slight to extreme.
Likert scale. Likert scale is a scale rating system used in questionnaire that is designed to measure people's attitudes, opinions, and perceptions. Often, the categories of response are coded numerically, in which case, the numerical values must be defined for that specific study, such as 1 is equal to strongly disagree, 2 disagree, 3 neither agree nor disagree, 4 agree, and 5 strongly agree. The Likert scale is named for American social artist Francis Likert, who devised the approach in 1932. Here is an example of Likert scale. The statement is, Google is better than books. The response options are, 1 is equal to strongly disagree, 2 disagree, 3 neither agree or disagree, 4 agree, and 5 strongly agree. You will answer based on your perceptions toward this statement. Maybe some will answer 1 and others are 2, and so on. Let's move on to non-test indicators. Non-test indicators is a kind of test instrument testing in addition to learning achievement tests. Assessment tool that can be used includes observation or observation sheet, such as diaries, portfolios, and life skills. Attitude tests, instrument, interest, interview, techniques, questionnaires, sociometry, case study, and so on. Aside from, there are different types of non-test assessment techniques that can be used by the teacher to assess their students. Testing is a common assessment technique, but it is far from the only assessment option at teacher's disposal. By assessing through alternative means, teacher can ensure that the test anxiety or an ability to perform on a test do not lead to misunderstanding of students' ability. And one of these is observation. By observing, teacher can assess their students' abilities in their classroom behavior or completion of their activities. Next is participation. Teacher can obtain much information about students' understanding by paying close attention to student responses during class.
Intrapersonal skills. These are the skills within yourself or the internal skills and habits that helps us control thoughts, cope with problems, and learn new knowledge. Such abilities which contribute to emotional intelligence include aspects such as self-confidence and resilience, self-discipline, ability to learn independently, flexibility and adaptability, self-awareness, perseverance and motivation, compassion, integrity, and self-respect. Media and information literacy, ethical use of ICT, ability to critically evaluate information and media content, ability to obtain and analyze information through ICT. That's all about transversal competencies. Lastly, we gave the 21st century skills.
What is 21st century skills? The term 21st century skills refers to a broad set of knowledge, skills, work habits, and character traits that are believed by educators, school reformers, college professors, employers, and others to be critically important to success in today's world, particularly in collegiate programs and contemporary career and workplace. How can 21st century skills measures effective assessment? The forces of 21st century skills are critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Let us define each. When we say critical thinking, it is the ability to design and manage projects, solve problems, and make effective decisions using a variety of tools and resources. Next is the creativity. Creativity is the ability to produce new, diverse, and unique ideas. Collaboration. Collaboration means working with others to attain a shared and common goal. Lastly, communication. Communication refers to the ability of the individual to communicate to others. Next is the technology. What is the role of technology in measuring effective assessment? Before we answer that question, let us define technology literacy. When we say technology literacy, it goes another step further to teach the students about the machines involved in the information age. How can we assess student affective domain? Technology literacy gives the students the basic information. They need to understand what gadgets perform, what tasks, and why.